Every census has generated a heated political debate.
Well, the fight for numbers and resources making the exercise so emotive that politicians are now pushing for their people to travel and be counted in the rural villages.
That's right. Now, from the politics of the tyranny of numbers to the control of billions of shillings in devolution set up, here is Stephen Letoo with the politics of the census.
Kenya has walked a numerical path since 1948, when the first census was conducted. 69 years later, the numbers are rising. Former Education Minister Professor Samongeri recalls one of the first head counts in the 1960s.
When we were agitating for independence, at that time Kenya's population was stipulated to be at 7 million Kenyans. And we felt that as a nation we needed our own independence.
But within the numbers is octane-level politics and a scramble for supremacy between communities. In the 2009 census, fears of doctored census results watered down the integrity of the exercise, with the numbers from the northeastern region raising contentions over the increase in population by 140% in 10 years since 1999. Then Deputy Prime Minister Musalia Mudavadi says the 2009 figures were manipulated and have affected the sharing of resources.
In 2009, census figures were doctored in some parts of this country. And in the process, they undermined a fair distribution of resources in this country.
In the revenue allocations for 2018-2019 financial year, Mandera County received 10.8 billion shillings, Marsabit 7.5 billion shillings, Muranga 6.7 billion shillings, Wajir 9 billion shillings, and Tharaka Nithi getting the least with 3.9 billion shillings.
That some areas are getting inordinate and unjustifiable, in fact unconstitutional, allocation of resources at the expense of others.
We should sort out the issue of malapportionment by apportioning geographical areas the money that they deserve, and especially by giving enough weight to population.
Some counties like Wajir or Marsabit for that matter are huge counties. Turkana, these are huge counties. So in terms of area size, they were forming one of the criteria, was one of the most important criteria that they used in being able to allocate resources.
According to the Commission on Revenue Allocation, numbers determine how revenue is shared, with population as the biggest determinant at 45%, basic equal share at 25%, poverty index 20%, and land area at 8%. In this formula, small counties that are highly populated will lose out in the revenue share.
Take for instance Kisii is highly populated, Vihiga County is highly populated, Kiambu is highly populated. They'll lose out if you only base it on the geographical square miles or square kilometers that that county occupies.
The census numbers will also inform the boundaries review that will see some elective units merged or split depending on numbers. A section of MPs already out to guard their constituencies.
For me, I just want Garissa County within its 6 constituencies, people to be counted so that Garissa County does not lose a constituency in the next delimitation of boundaries.
There are some communities in this country that have their nursery schools and even low classes closed because there are no children, there are no numbers. But then when the census come in, we get to hear that now they have the majority.
And the direct link is making us wonder whether there's something being cooked about this census. We want exact figures, exact numbers to be produced the way they are, not the way they ought to be.
According to Kenya Bureau of Statistics records, the Kikuyu community tops in numbers, approximately 6.6 million, followed by the Luhya totaling 5.3 million, the Luo 5 million, Kalenjin 4.9 million, Kamba 3.8 million, Kenya Somalis 2.3 million, while Kisses are 2.2 million, with Mijikenda, Meru and the Maasai all below the 2 million mark. Stephen Letoo, Citizen TV, Nairobi.